Okay, something is not working. Can you hear me?
You.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. I am on. I think I am on. I'm having some technical difficulties. But anyway, welcome, welcome to Poetry and Perspective with Placide. I am your kind hostess, Cindy Placide. As always, I have an absolute amazing show for you tonight. You know, there's so many times we think about what's best for us. We wonder what do we need to do to get ahead, and we think of many different circumstances and what is going to fulfill our need for the things that we need in life, and we take different paths and it don't work for us. Tonight, my guest is going to take us into a transition, into different things that she has, done with her life, and how it has taken her from point A to point B into realizing what she needs to do for her life. But before I continue, let me make sure that you, my Facebook followers, are seeing me. So give me 1 second, okay? Okay. As you know, I am a poet, a 3-time published author. I am a poet. I am an advocate. I'd like to say welcome to all our viewers to Poetry Perspective with Placide. I am a 3rd-time author. I've produced 3 books, poetry books, that is. I am an entrepreneur. I am also, I advocate for mental health. I advocate for autism, domestic violence, rape and assault. I also advocate for thanatorophic dysplasia, a rare genetic form of dwarfism, and I also bring awareness to anything that is, that is a priority, not a priority. That's not what I wanted to say, but anything that anybody wants to bring to the forefront and it is dear to them, I bring awareness to that. Okay. And I also love to promote those upcoming, entrepreneurs, poets, and writers like myself. Anybody's trying to do good in their life and they want a little screen time, a little promotion, that's what I am here for. Okay. So my first book was entitled When Life Stood in Silence, and this was born out of grief, the grief that I faced losing my daughter and a whole host of family members. And my second book is entitled, I'm going to pull it up for you in a little bit. My second book is entitled what A Mighty Calm. A Mighty Calm. Let me see if I can get it. A mighty calm is an uprising from that grief, from that loss, to find myself and to find my passion. I have no clue what's going on with my computer today, but it's acting like it's crazier than I am. Okay, it couldn't be. Anyway, yeah. So this is my second book. And my third book is What the Skies Told Me. It's just to I'm in a place where I found my balance. I found myself. I found out who I am and where I'm supposed to be, and I'm confident in the person that I am and in the skin that I am in. So that's what the skies told me. It's just like looking up to God and telling Him, "Thank you for everything that you've done for me, and I'm here and I recognize you." Okay. So guys, thank you so much for viewing that, for listening to them. Now tonight we have Miss a very, I would say, exciting and lovable person, and she's my sister. And I would like to bring her on for her to just let her in into her life and the transitions that she's made. She's going to tell a little bit about herself. And of course, we're both from the beautiful Caribbean island of St. Lucia. So welcome, my guest, Miss Martha Elliot Weaver. Hi, darling. How are you?
Hi, Cindy. Good evening, and thank you for having me on your show. I feel very honored. Thank you.
You are most welcome, darling. You are most welcome. So listen, my viewers, tell my viewers a little bit about yourself. Who is, without all of the I am a nurse, so I am a teacher or whatever. Tell us who Martha Weaver is. Who are you? Where you come from, your background. If you have to say, if somebody asks you who is Martha Weaver, first of all, give me the first word that you can say to identify yourself without saying I'm a mother or a woman.
I'm an island girl.
Hey, okay, awesome. So, you were brought up in St. Lucia. Tell us a little bit about your home life in St. Lucia.
I was born and raised in Vieux North, in
Mm-hmm.
Belleville to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
And my upbringing in Belleville really shaped me into who I am today. The resilience, the strong, the independent person that I am today. Um, as we all know, it's a small community in Belleville, Vieux Fort. We are very rich in culture. We are very hardworking people from Belleville, Vieux Fort. And one of the things my parents taught me from infancy was to always work and be independent and don't depend on anybody. So I took this with me throughout my life, and I still live by it today. I try to do my best to be independent and to not be a beggar or to depend on anybody except
That's a
God.
Exactly. That's a good trait. That's a good trait. You know, our parents, they may not have had everything that we have right now, but they instill really good qualities in us. And when those qualities are instilled in you, it takes you onto life. Like you said, it shapes you into who you are. Okay. And the very moment I met you, I know how we met online. And we've had so many conversations, about so many different things. And I'd like you to take the viewers into your world a little bit. Tell us what you do, as what you do.
So, as I said, I was born and raised in Belleville. I moved on to class trees at an early age where I worked in the hotel industry for a while. From the hotel industry, I worked with Colombian Emeralds as a sales associate, and this was my best job ever. I really loved it. I felt like sales was flowing through my blood, my veins. That's how much I loved it. But anyways, from sales, I came to the United States, and when I got here, I didn't want to do sales anymore because it wasn't about the kind of commission that I was used to making with Colombian Emeralds, and without that part of it, I didn't want to do sales anymore. So I moved into nursing, and I never saw myself being into nursing, but as life change and you transition, you never know where you'll end up. I ended up in nursing, and I enjoyed it for a while. And after a while, I wanted more in life than nursing. I couldn't see myself retiring, doing the physical work that I would have to do in the nursing field.
Okay,
I
so let
felt
me stop you for a minute. You're going really fast. Okay, I want them to really to get them the gist of where you are and where you came from. What was nursing like for you?
So again, it was a whole new world for me. I was really green when I came to America. So I started in the bottom as a home health aide. I didn't need
Mhm.
any training, anything to do it. So, it was more like companion work and so forth. But as I got into there, I realized I wanted more. And I went on to do nursing assistant. And
Mhm.
I did that for a while, and I still realized there was so much more to it. So I moved into mental health, and I did that for a while until I couldn't do mental health anymore.
Okay,
And that
so from nursing to mental health. Now, I'm a mental health advocate. So tell us a little bit about that area of mental health, what you did and how that has helped you.
Well, I'm very passionate about it myself also. So in that field, or in that aspect of health, I worked with people that had various mental health challenges. I did case manager. We call it CSP here, and I also did recovery assistance. What is this? So as a case manager, I would have the entire file. excuse my stammering, Cindy. It's my medication is making me do that. So
That's
excuse.
okay.
So I would have my client's entire file, and I would more like manage their life for them because of their mental illness. They wouldn't be able to do it themselves. So I would do it for them. And that
Mm,
would mean taking care of their rent, their groceries, just everything they would have to do on a day-to-day basis. I would do that for them, and I would answer to the state clinician and whichever agency I was working with at the time.
wow.
um, so I did these two side by side, both CSP and recovery assistant. So for some of
Mm,
my clients, I would be the CSP, that's the case manager, and I would also be the recovery assistant. Recovery assistant, the work is a little bit lighter as a recovery assistant because the recovery assistant would answer to the case manager, and the
mhm.
most of it would fall on the case manager. But still, as a recovery assistant, I would help my mental health clients again with the day to day living activities, just making sure the doctor's appointments are in order. Those who have to do AA or whatever therapy they have to do, and for simple things as even helping them to get out of bed and encouraging them to take a shower.
Wow. That was a lot. So
It was.
how did that affect you?
It's the kind of profession I would say that you would love to separate yourself from, but it's a bit difficult because you're dealing with people with real issues. So I would go to work, and my clients would lay it all on me. A lot of them, they're alcoholics, there's schizophrenia, they're bipolar, and they have a story as to how they get to where they are at this point. And so when I go to work every day, sometimes I would see 3 clients a day, and that is 3 different stories, 3 different people I have to help cope with the everyday living, dealing with mental health. And so, you know, sometimes I would take it home with me. I
And
take it home.
and that's the thing about being a mental health coach or a mental health, facilitator. When you hear people's stories, you can't just say, I'm going to brush it out and just go home. We are human and we have that innate feeling to at least help somebody, even if we cannot help them. That feeling is there. And so we will take that with us and we will take on other people's problems, and it does something to our own mental being, well-being. So I could understand that.
Yeah.
What was the toughest moment for you dealing with that in that line of work?
It was um the pandemic was really hard. I had my own issues to deal with and my own family issues to deal with, and the pandemic was even harder for my clients. They were shut in. They had fears, they had anxiety, and it was just a lot to deal with my own and having to deal with theirs. It was a lot.
It is very difficult to be a caretaker. Very difficult. And sometimes people do not appreciate how absolutely mentally taxing being a caretaker is. And so, in order for us to be able to be efficient to others, we have got to take care of us. So, how did you take care of yourself in that regard?
I didn't. I took care of everybody, and I didn't take care of myself. And as a result, I myself broke down.
And that's the thing. You need to have time for yourself. You need to care for you. And I've been saying that for a couple of weeks. If you cannot care for yourself, you cannot care for anybody else. So I tell people, you have to, there are people who are going to judge you. They're going to say this and they're going to say that. Tune out the noise. tune out the negativity. Do what is best for you to be able to make it to the next day and to be able to help somebody else. And as a
Yep.
caretaker of a child with a disability with autism, I am his voice. And I don't know what he's trying to tell me. I have to figure it out, whether by his actions, by the things that he's seen, or he will just go like, I have. I even know when he says, I even know if he's retaliating or if he's happy. So it is very mental taxing. And then people don't understand how difficult that is. So we need to be able to respect those people who are caretakers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I had last year, was it last year or year before? I had this lady on my show. She was a caretaker and a trainer, and she said that's the most difficult thing for people to understand, that sometimes the caretakers have to. It is vitally important that they take care of them, because you can break down as well. And as you said, you did, you break down. I have meant so many times where I have broken down. I shut myself in my room and I just cry. I let Noah go to school and I would just cry because I don't know what else to do to alleviate the problem, to make it better. But I know when he comes back, I still have to be mommy. I still have to
Mm-hmm.
be his voice and I still have to take care of him. So I understand and I can relate. I may not understand fully, but I can relate because each situation is different. Before we continue, let me say hello to our viewers and let's see who's there and acknowledge them and see what they got to say. So we have here Luan James is watching. Hi, Luan. We have Ninfia. Hi, Ninfia. We have Lauren Dorval. Lauren said good night. Rumelia. Hi, Miss Rumelia. And we have Free Spirit Sandra. So, Lauren said, very true, self-care, which I am trying to do for myself all now. Yes, we need to. Yes. So now that we've talked about your nursing and then your mental health issues and whatever, but before we continue on the next step, I want to ask you, how did you journey from that breakdown into get into a space in your mind where I got to get out of this. I'm going to work on getting out. I'm going to get out and I'm going to do something that is different, that is going to help me mentally, to help my health mentally.
I was the worst patient. First of all, I was in denial. Um, I think the denial part was the toughest part of it. I knew it was happening, and I called it everything except for what it was. But then it came to a point where I had to face the truth. And once I made that decision, I just went all out into my recovery. Um, I spoke about it publicly, and I think that was therapy for me also. I let everybody know what it was, and I went on to seek professional help. So I did talk therapy, and I also took medication for it. It took about 3 years, for me to really say that I saw light at the end of the tunnel. But I did, and I'm grateful. I'm in a very wonderful place right now. I've understood my illness so much more better because no two people are the same. And I think I was comparing myself to my clients and their symptoms
Mhm.
and stuff and their recovery. But I realized is that I can't do that. I am me and they are they. So I did what I had to do. And as I said, in a very wonderful place now. I see light at the end of the tunnels. I still have days when I'm depressed, but I can cope with it so much better now.
I am so proud of you, and I could totally relate. And looking at you, how you're so bubbly and you always laughing and all, you would never be able to tell. But that's how what we do. Sometimes, before I know it, I was masking everything. I was masking everything. I was masking it. I'll be in public and I'll be laughing, hoo hoo. And when I go to my house, I was just a complete shell. I didn't know who I was. I wanted to die. I didn't care for anybody else but my children that I could take care of. Okay. And I would be out there and people would say, oh my gosh, Cindy, you're the strongest person that I know. But little do you know, as strong as we are, people don't know we are breaking down inside. We are Yeah, go ahead.
One thing I learned from therapy, and I'm encouraging people to do it, is to speak out. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to say no. It's okay to say I'm not feeling well. If you're not bold like me, and because some people still don't want to say the word what they have, and that's fine. But speak out. Don't bottle it up inside you. It's just gonna make it worse. Find a way to speak out in whatever way that work for you, because initially I wasn't speaking about it honestly because of all the stigma attached to it. I didn't speak about it. I didn't tell anybody what I was going through. But
Mm-hmm.
what I noticed is that when I eventually spoke about it, it was like a load off my chest, and it's therapy. Every time I can talk about it, it's therapy for me. So now I'm in a wonderful place. Life is good. I'm still dealing with it, but it's not winning the battle. I'm winning the battle now, and it's wonderful. So just go through if there's anybody out there who's going through it, go through the journey, go through it, deal with it. Don't be too hard on yourself, because we have a tendency to be very hard on ourselves. Don't be too hard on yourselves. You will have good days, you will have bad days. Sometimes it will win, sometimes it will lose. Stick with it, stick with it. But through it all, get to know yourself. And when you get to know yourself and how that mental illness is affecting you, then you'll be able to cope with it better. You will know what triggers you and how to deal with your triggers.
Oh, I couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much for that. I do want to encourage everyone, every woman, every mother, every caretaker who is watching this show. And I'm going to put it on the screen. It's okay not to be okay today.
Yeah.
Mental illness never goes away. We learn
Mm-hmm.
to cope with it. We learn to deal with it on a daily basis, but it does not go away. It's okay to say that I am not okay today. It's okay to call a trusted friend. I am feeling really down. I just need somebody to talk to. And when they do call you, don't be talking. Da, 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 da. Listen. Just give them a listening ear. Okay? I know sometimes that's all I just needed, for somebody to just hear me out. Let me just rumble and talk, and then you can tell me, okay, I understand and I appreciate you. Even just a hug. But we need to be able to speak. We need to be able to speak that out. And that, like you said, Martha, that was what helped me when I was finally able to put, first of all, my feelings on paper on my first book. When I was able to put my feelings on paper on my first book, and to be able to say, this is how I'm feeling, and then to put it out there to the world, which was, people don't know, that was a huge thing for me.
Yep.
Huge. For me to be able to say all my feelings on and put it back,
Mm-hmm.
and for me to put it out there to the world for them to see, that was huge. But it was my
Mm-hmm.
way of, it was my therapy. And for me to come on here, and to be able to talk about it
Yep.
openly, you guys don't understand. This is huge for me. So I thank you for talking about that aspect of you. Let me see what comments we have. We have Miss Rumelia said, "Hi Cindy, how are you? I am doing amazing, darling. Thank you so much for asking." And she said, Hi Claire, it's Martha. Hi Martha. So why you never confided in me?"
I answered this. Let me answer this.
Let me tell you, sometimes it's not that easy.
Let me answer.
Yes, yeah, but I'm telling you, it is just an amazing thing to just get out of there, to feel up here and down here come as one, and then you are in a place of peace. And then when you get that peace and you are able to maintain a stable way of life with your mental illness, don't let anybody break that peace. It's not worth it. Okay, next. Ooh. Before I continue, I would like to say again, welcome to all my viewers, all my supporters. I absolutely love you guys. You are the reason why I do what I do, because I love to come, I love to encourage, I love to motivate, and I love to promote. Everybody is trying in this world. This world is crazy. We are living in the end of times, and it's gonna get worse. So we just have to be able to encourage each other, love on each other, and show each other that we care. We have empathy for everybody, you know? So with that said, what was I going to say? Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry, you know. Now I want to let you know if I come on here and I act like I am really forgetting things, sometimes I do because I don't know if I've said it before. I suffer with PTSD. And one of the things that PTSD does to you, it messes with your memory. Okay? It messes with your memory. You forget things, you know, sometimes you go, where did I put this? And you forget. Okay, so PTSD does that. So I have anxieties, depression, PTSD. Although I come up here so bubbly, people never can tell, but I manage it. Anyway, so let me go back. So Martha, we're gonna come to your other thing, but before I do, let me say this. I would like to say hello to the ladies of Where Ladies Talk, New York City. There's a New York chapter. There's also a chapter in St. Lucia, and I am on the executive board for that chapter. They are doing amazing things in St. Lucia. They are doing amazing things in New York. So I would like to give a shout out to the executive board and all the members of Where Ladies Talk. You know, it was spearheaded by Sanu Joseph, and then she's an amazing person. She has a she's on a mission to continue to empower women with whatever they do. So I'm on that board, and we help the disabled. Sorry, I'm thinking about something that we help people. You know, it's a nonprofit organization, and what? Okay, what happened here? So they're having they need of we are in need of school supplies for so that we're having a donation drive in July from on July the 7th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Although my flyer says 3, but it's from 11 to 6 p.m. And let's come together to help the children. So we're gonna send the school supplies back home and to help those children in communities where there is children don't have much. Okay, so if we help each other, then it's going to be a good thing, because especially children need to have a good form of education at least. So it is being held at 448 East 49th Street in Brooklyn, New York. Please go out and support, and you can contact for more information 929 Okay, so the number is 929 Would you all believe I have glasses I cannot see? Okay. All right. So next, guys, we're going to transition. So Claire, now she have me, Miss Romeli, have me calling you Claire. So Martha, now that you are in the mental health is balanced, it's in a good place. You were doing the healthcare, you were into mental health. So you transitioned into something else. Could you please tell the viewers what that is?
It's really a milestone for me
Mm-hmm.
coming from mental illness. I just, I, the speech.
That's
I
okay.
went, I went into finance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't believe I would be able to study for anything, but I was able to get my first license, and I'm working on my other licenses. The world of finance. I didn't know there was such a huge world of finance out there. And so when I say finance, I'm talking about the investment side of it. And I
Mm-hmm.
totally love it. I love
Mm-hmm.
teaching it. I love helping people. I am just very passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I am an independent business owner. I am life licensed. That means I have my license to sell life insurance policies. And
Mm-hmm.
I have three partners that I have worked with that are
Mm-hmm.
fully securities licensed. So
Mm-hmm.
when I have clients who wants to do investments, annuities, retirement plans, and so forth, I work with my three partners to do it because I'm not fully licensed. I cannot do it on my own. So I work with them. I will be
Mm-hmm.
working with them until I am fully licensed to do it myself.
That's wonderful. So what does that entail?
So, first of all, if I sit with a client, the first thing I would do is find out what the financial goals are. What do they want? Where are they going? And once I know that, I would do a financial need analysis with them. A
Mm-hmm.
financial need analysis is very important. It's like a GPS. So, for example, if you're going to another state that you've never been before, you don't know how to get there, of course, you're going to take your GPS. So whatever it is you want to do in finance, whether it's to buy a car, a house, anything at all, it would be wise to have a financial GPS, which is a financial need analysis. So you'll see where you are, where you want to go, and how you're going to get there. And so when you get to where you want to go, you will be firmly rooted in wherever you want to go. So,
Okay.
the first thing everybody needs to do is a financial need analysis.
Okay. So what do you before I'm gonna say the name of your company, but what do you offer?
I do the financial need analysis. I do life insurance, retirement planning, and the various forms of investment. And by investment, I don't do Bitcoin. So if you have some money and you want to invest it in a reputable company, let's say for example, you want to invest in Lincoln, infidelity, stuff like that, I would do it for you. I would sit with you. I would advise you, and it's a personal conversation because one would say, I have X amount of money. I want to invest it so that when I am in the next 10 years, when I'm 65 years, I want to leave off the returns or the money. It's a personal conversation when it comes to investment. Also, with retirement too, I really want to say this here. Sometimes when people hear the word retirement, they're thinking of 65. But to be successful at retirement, you have to start early. So it's mostly for people who are 18, just starting to work, 18, 20, 25. It's the best time to start investing for your retirement, because if you didn't have anything in place for retirement and you're now starting at the age of 50, of course it's going to be more difficult for you. So it's a conversation. I'm appealing to young people to have that conversation. Start the minute you start to work, open an a retirement investment plan.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. So what is the name of your company?
Um, it's LOTT, financial services, and
Mm-hmm.
digital marketing.
Okay, so you do digital marketing as well.
I do. So I came to America late. I was pretty grown by the time I came to America, and I don't have the luxury of an American pension or a 401k. So I really have to plan for my own retirement. And so,
Exactly.
with
Go
what I
ahead.
know now of finance, it makes sense for me to have multiple streams of income. So, I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
that whole side, and I want to talk a little bit more about life insurance if we have time. Multiple streams of income, and I did a lot of research into digital marketing. When I first came on social media, I was all over the place. I was dancing, I was singing, I was laughing, I was eating, I was cooking. I just don't know. I wanted to make some money, make a business of it, but I didn't have a niche. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So I just made my present, let my present be felt on social media while growing my audience, not knowing exactly what I wanted to do. But as time went by and I experimented with certain things, I put certain videos out there. and I saw which one works and which one didn't work for me. And so now I know exactly what I want to do.
That's amazing. So you had to go through different waters to be able to find out one thing that worked for you. And when you do, so now that you're gonna take off with it, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay, that's
yes.
beautiful. Yes.
My
So you said you
social,
wanted to take. Go ahead.
my my social media is gonna have a whole. It's a whole new brand. I'm rebranding.
Okay.
It's gonna be a new face, a new message, a new everything because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna focus a lot on the digital marketing aspect of it also.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Listen, I have learned a lot during my 3 years of doing this. I can't believe it's already 3 years. My show is on air. But when I just started, I had no clue what I was doing. I just came on here, and one of my friends was saying that yesterday. She said, "Cindy, when you came on, I like to take constructive criticism because I believe that it can help you grow." And
That's
she would
right.
have tell me, "Cindy, okay, work with this and do this and don't do that." And I was nervous. I didn't know what I was doing, but now I have found, I know, I have researched, I have listened to videos, I have done so much to help myself grow. And it's not only that, when you get into the audience and then you find people who are really rooting for you, you want to be able to do better, to show them that, I appreciate, you being here, and I'm going to do better so I could deliver better for you. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what this show has done for me. And you have a lot of people say you need to make money. I have learned, love what you do first.
That's
Have a
right.
passion for what you do.
Mm-hmm.
The money going to come, and when it comes, it's going to come in abundance.
Well
Everything
said.
in life, although we need money, it doesn't have to center around
Thank,
money.
thank
And
you.
that's where I am right now. That's why I'm taking joy in doing this.
Exactly.
Yes. So go ahead. Tell us a little bit about your, you said you wanted to talk a little bit about your
Life
the book.
insurance. Yeah.
Yes.
But congratulations. I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job, Cindy.
Thank
So,
you.
um, the life insurance aspect or part of what I do, people shy away from it. Like they treat life insurance like it's a plague, and it's not actually. It's a very good thing. And one of the things that I want to do is to really sensitize people, open their eyes so that they can have a healthy, friendly relationship with life insurance. And I'm not going to go too much into anything right now, but one of the myths that I want to deal with is the fact that people think that it's only when they die somebody benefits from the life insurance, and it's only going to be the beneficiary. That is not
Mhm.
true. That is not true.
Mhm.
You see people nowadays go fund me all over the place, and I'm shouting it out and I'm saying to people a life insurance policy can eliminate the need for a GoFundMe. Granted that you have the right kind of policy. So another service that I offer, I do free consultation. So if you don't have a policy and you're thinking of getting one, let's talk. If you
Mhm.
have one and you're not sure it's the right one for you, let us talk. Because before I got into finance, I had a life insurance policy here in the United States, and I thought I was good to go until I understand and educated myself and realized that what I thought I had was not the right one for me, and I had to change it. So I
Mhm.
do free consultation. If anybody wants some information, ask me. I'm not going to charge you for information.
Absolutely. So the number is on there, Lord Financial Services. The number is on there. Also her website, but the number is on the 646-384-6589. So you could give her a call for a free consultation, and she could show you the ropes and show you what you need to do and everything else. So Martha, how does How does your financial your you being a financial advisor differ to you as a nurse, and what are the pros and cons?
Um, I don't know that I really even want to compare the two. Um, I feel like I'm just at different places in my life. I'm not the person I was when I was selling jewelry. I'm not the person when I was doing nursing and whatever. But I choose to go from nursing to being a financial advisor at this point in my life. And I don't know if that's what you're asking. I have gotten older, and as we age gracefully, the knee starts to give way, carpal tunnel, tendonitis, and the list goes on. So
Yes.
I thought of it, and I didn't see myself doing the physical work that nursing demands and retiring at 62 on a cane and stuff like that. That was a
Mm-hmm.
thought process when I decided to change career at this point in my life. So for when I did it, I loved it. I was really passionate about it, but this is where I am at right now. I want I want to work smart, so to speak. I want to work from home. I want to work from the beach. I don't want to do a 9 to 5 anymore. And so that's just where I'm at right now.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it is important that we know what we want. That will pave the way for us to where we want to go, and how we're going to go about doing what we want. When you set a goal, then you figure out the roadmap to get there. Okay. And I'm happy that you said when you're getting older, things are breaking apart. And I'm gonna say it again. I was living in my apartment, and there was this 75-year-old woman, and she said to me, my daughter, she's a Haitian lady, I love her so much. He said, my daughter, when you young, save your money. Make sure you make plenty money, because when you get older, everything start breaking apart. And so that's why we need the life insurance, because we never know what's going to happen.
Let me pause you right there. This lady is very wise because
Yeah.
Cindy, when we are young, we need time and a little bit of money. But
Mm.
as we get older, we need a lot of money. Money to
Yes.
take care of us, for health insurance, money for everything. So this is why,
Mm-hmm.
right, we have to pave the way when we're young so that when we get there, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. So Tessa said, Eustacia Herman, Tessa, she said, people look at life insurance as a bill and not an investment. That's where awareness is necessary. And I'm telling you, you just hit the nail on the head. Tessa, I thank you so much for that comment. I see the need for life insurance. I see the need for it. And I
Mhm.
think it's very important that those of us, I'm going to say, include myself, who don't have it, get it. Now, Amafa, while we were speaking, I was thinking, Miss Romelia said, so that's how I always call her. She's like family. So if she's like family, she is family. um, so I was thinking, what about children's life insurance?
So it depends on the company, the policy, and all of that. If the child
Mm-hmm.
is too young to have their own policy, the parent could put them on their policy as a rider.
Mm-hmm.
So, say for
Okay.
instance, Cindy, you have a 50,000 life insurance policy and you have a child. We can add the child on the policy for you as a rider, and we would cover the child maybe for 10 or 20,000. It depends.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
This is some good information here, people. Call Martha 646 384
Yeah.
6589.
Mm-hmm.
Let her guide you. I have met some really amazing people. I've got some really good advice. I just need to get to a point where I'm able to. do that. And I think this is the next thing I'm going to do to make sure that I get life insurance. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think it's vitally important. I have a 15-year-old with autism, and I want, if anything happens to me, that a child can benefit from something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I
Yes.
want to
So
say quickly to
go ahead.
Cindy about investment, because I don't know if anybody is or was as ignorant as me. But when I thought of insurance, I am not insurance investment. I used to think that you need thousands of dollars to be able to invest at all, but it is not true. You can start invest the speech again. I'm sorry. You can start
Mhm.
investing with as little as $25 a month.
Mhm.
So
Oh, nice.
out there too, yeah. You don't have to be a millionaire to start investing. You could start wherever.
Mm,
Yeah.
wow. I want to say a big shout out to all those people who have life insurance. You've already made a right decision. And I also want to say a big shout out to Tessie's the books, to the ladies at Unique. Unique. I can't remember exactly what it means. Don't kill me, Tessa. I love you. But I'd like to say a big shout out to the ladies at Unique and for everyone who is going through something. And now more than ever that I think about it, now more than ever, we do need life insurance because people are going through so many problems. And mental illness it's almost like from the pandemic, it has just like grown
Yep.
wings.
Mm-hmm.
And people need to be aware of that. So I need to unique for education. Yes, thank you. Yeah, unique for education. So I really appreciate you coming on here and telling us about a little bit about your financial services and your digital marketing. It is vitally important that we recognize what's necessary and what's important for our lives. Sometimes when we're young, we think about party, we think about going out, we think about dressing and doing everything. But when you're getting older, you understand things are breaking down. We need to think about the things that are most important. And the things that we think that are most important are not the things that are there temporary, but the things that are everlasting.
Said.
And we need to take account of that. So I'd like to say, is there anything else that you want to add before I say anything else?
I want to thank you very much, CMD, for having me on tonight. I truly appreciate it, and I just want to say to everybody out there, continue to follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I go by the same name, Lord Financial Services, or Coach Martha E.
Okay.
Thanks
Beautiful,
to all the
beautiful.
that I already.
Yes, I would say thank you so much to our viewers again, guys. Get she does free consultations. Call her 646-384-6589. Now, before we leave, I'd like to say, besides being an author, I also am an entrepreneur. Well, an upcoming one. I've always been one. I'm sorry. I've always been one. I've just never, sometimes you don't feel that and I've never been somebody who really don't think I can't, there's nothing that I cannot do. But sometimes you think about, you allow what people say to hold you back. And this young lady said it last night. She said, don't let people, oh my gosh, I forgot what she said. But basically she was saying, don't let people who doubt you, stop you from moving forward. And that was really nice of what she said. But besides my books and everything, I also make candles. So the name of my candle line is called Cindy Sense. I'm telling you, when I first started, I'm going like that. It has no scent. I didn't know it wasn't burning right. The throw was, yeah. So, but now I have worked at it. I have listened to videos. I have watched people do it. I have taken advice. I have taken notes. I have taken criticism. I've taken everything. And now my candles are amazing. So it's called Cindy Scents, and these are luxury coconut soy candles. I think with all the waxes that I've tried, I think the coconut soy, I relate to it. I mean, it's natural and everything. So I would like to say get on my website, or I have to update it a little bit with the new candles that came out. Get on my website and try my candles. If you don't want to get on website and you're tired, please call me, text me on WhatsApp, or just send me a message on Messenger. Hey, Cindy, I would like to buy one of your candles. Okay. So just go ahead. I believe that God blessed me with so many talents, so many gifts. But I am out. I want to put myself out there because I have, believe it or not, I have struggled a lot. But now I'm at a time now. This is my time now. I need to get out of my shell a little bit more and present to the world what I can do. So my luxury candles, and I'm soon trying to find other places online to sell it. So get on there. It's at rise-to-prosperity.com. That's my website. So you can get it on there, place an order, call me. You are going to love it. I'm telling you, by far, one of my favorite scents has been the spicy Caribbean tikud and the Jamaica meat crazy. Sometimes you burn candles and it doesn't have a scent. Man, you emulate the entire house. Okay, you're gonna know you're smelling some candles now. All right, my love. So this is all I gotta say. So you gotta go on my website. I'm gonna put it down here for you to see. My website is let me see if I can find it. Maybe if I can stop talking all of this stuff. Let me see right here. Mama, yeah, so this is it, right? Right. So my where you can find my books at cindyplacid.com, and my candles are at rise-to-prosperity.com. I have my blog on here. I have other merchandise that coming on. It's just like when you do everything by yourself before you can get people to help, it's a lot of work. But my passion is for me to be able to come up here and to motivate, to inspire, to promote others. And I want to tell you this before I go. And I always say this: you cannot be afraid to try new things. Like Martha said, unless you try different things, you won't know what works for you. And when you
Mhm.
find that niche,
That's
you
right.
capture it.
That's right.
The market is wide to make money, guys. You need to make money while you sleep. While you sleep. It's not because we are so we have a desperate love for money, but in this day and this time, any little bit that you make, you need to make money. You need to have a secondary and a third form of income to be able to survive in this economy. So don't
Mhm.
give up on yourself. Don't give up on each other. I applaud all those women out there who are doing amazing things for yourself. Okay? Amazing things. No matter how you start, you may start small, it's going to grow. Believe in yourself. Always be consistent in your efforts, whether it be in your personal life, in your business, in your spiritual life, or in whatever you do. Just continue to be consistent. The rewards are going to come. And my favorite saying: failure should never be a finality for you. You will fall many times, as long as you make sure that when you fall, like Les Brown said, fall on your back. Because if you look up, you can get up. And always pray for God to help you through your struggles and give you the courage and the strength to come back up. Okay. So I love you guys. Martha, I love you. You my sister. I love you so much. If you all don't know, Martha is my spiritual sister. I love her. So Tessie said, boldness, we can claim boldness. She said, I'm proud of you both ladies. Miss Rumelia said, I'm proud of both of you ladies, wishing you all the best. Tessie said, both, yes, boldness, we claim it. And she also said, we must have many streams of income to survive in this economy. Absolutely. So until next time, this is Poetry and Perspective with Placid. We had a beautiful Martha Weaver Elliot. Thank you so much for being here with us. And we are going to talk to you soon. Have a good night. Good night.
Bye.